Hello everyone, it's me Jenny. It's time for another movie review. Woohoo! And I was going to watch a film that I've been wanting to watch for a while, which I've never seen before, but I don't have time to sit down for 3 hours and actually watch it. So I'm going to be talking about a film I've watched so many times I can review it without having to rewatch, which is also really annoying because I filmed said review for the film that I'm reviewing this morning, and then I went out, and in the whole time I've been out, the whole of the day, it has uploaded 5%. So I am remaking this review and it's going to be short and snappy, and the review I'm making is for the Bulletproof book. Which, if you guys remember who were watching last year, this was on my list of the top 5 worst movies that I own, that I actually purchased. And yeah, I think my under 10 words review was not sure why it doesn't work, but it doesn't. And so I'm going to go into more detail. The reason why I bought this film, I've watched a couple of clips on it on TV, and I mostly bought it out of curiosity, because there's one or two scenes that I was like, yeah, that's not too bad, it's an interesting premise. So I decided to purchase it just for fun. And having watched it actually all the way through, I did regret said purchase, but why do I still own it, and why do I keep watching it? It has two things going for it. One, I have no emotional investment in this film whatsoever, so I can sleep through it. If I can't sleep, and I've tried reading and I've tried doing other things, it's a perfect sleepy time movie. I put on the commentary for this, and I'm usually out before they start speaking English, and that's literally the first 3 lines. It's like instant unconsciousness, it's beautiful. The other reason why I enjoy this film despite all its faults is because when you listen to all the behind the scenes stuff, which is something I do out of habit, I don't put a DVD onto my bookcase until I've watched all the behind the scenes. The thing that I really like about this film is it's a sincere effort from the director, from the producers, from the cast. They did put a lot of effort into this film. Unlike Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie is a bad movie because their overall thing was we don't really need to care about it looking good because it's meant to be bad. And so they didn't put that effort into production, they didn't put that effort into thinking through it, it felt like nobody cared, and that was the joke. And there's films where, you can tell where actors or directors just didn't care. With this, watching the behind the scenes, watching all of the actors and the way that they discussed it, they did care about this film. Sean William Scott, which I'm probably going to mispronounce 5 times, he knew that this was going to be a bridge movie. It wasn't going to be his action movie role, it wasn't going to be his comedy role, he wanted something in between. He knew it was going to be a bridge movie. It was kind of just a fun project for all of them, but they did put in so much effort. There's so much effort put into lighting themes and colour themes so that all the monk scenes are kind of warm and kind of browns and reds, and all the sci-fi ones are kind of more blues. Yes, they're very obvious first-time director choices. The metaphor of the opening sequence being the inside of a cocoon of a moth, and that being a metaphor for the characters who are coming out of themselves and becoming beautiful butterflies. It's very, very 11-year-old thinks really deep thoughts level of, deep thinking. But it shows in the effort. They did put in so much effort to this. It falls flat in so many ways, but they do things like the Wheel of Time and the Guardians of the Wheel of Time, which is a whole Tibetan myth, who are weaved into the modern world by graffiti or by being background extras characters emulating those characters. They really they like the in-jokes of the ha ha, we're doing the old-fashioned analogy but we're putting it into a modern metaphor. It feels like they were really happy and really proud of themselves, and it falls flat in terms of, I'd say the chemistry between the actors is really good. I'd say Chow Yun-fat has fun with the role. Sean William Scott has fun with the role and has okay chemistry with Chow Yun-fat, but definitely doesn't shine. But he's not really known as an actor who did shine. He just hasn't yet. He's most renowned for his character in American Pie. So he doesn't shine, but he does a good job. And the actress who plays the lead female, I can't remember her name. So I can't say the acting failed, I can't say the script failed, I can't say the direction failed, in that the director put in so much effort into the production design and the overall feel, but didn't actually manage to settle on one thing. It's an enormous concept, this film. This film has got Nazis, it's got time, immortality, it's got this huge, the MacGuffin of this film is ridiculous. It's got kind of sci-fi elements, it's got romance elements, it's got comedy elements, and you need an experienced director who's very, very aware of like martial arts films and comedy films who can weave that together in a coherent way. This film is linear but not coherent. You can follow the story, but if you think about it for more than 5 seconds, your brain is going to decide that it's lost a couple of cells. I definitely feel like I've got a lot of problems with the females in this, that neither of them are particularly whole characters, and it feels like both of them were put in the film just so you could have a girl character and another girl character, so the main girl character has someone of equal prestige to fight. Like, there's a lot of weird sexual stuff that comes in towards the end, which was just weird. Like, not even, like, entertaining weird, just weird. So, yeah, I like the music. The music's pretty good. I like there's some directorial choices that are really good. There are some directorial choices that are really bad. The use of green screen is on and off. The use of, like, the way that they've sped up certain frames and slowed down certain frames, neither of which give you the sense of awe that you want. When you watch a martial arts film, you're meant to get that sort of like, wow, that's amazing, it's blown my mind that everything's moving in slow motion or everything's moving really fast. It's meant to draw you into the moment and the emotion of the sequence. With this, those sequences just are like, oh god, and it happens quite a lot. Same with digital doubles, like it's meant to be like, wow, that's amazing, my phone just dinged. But it just doesn't. So, I'm trying to keep this review short, but it turns out there's a lot of stuff I can say about this. Why do I own it? Because I can appreciate the effort and I need something to fall asleep to once in a while. Would I recommend it? Only if you are partaking in another substance or have a group of friends who are all in the same mind to watch something stupid and ridiculous that you don't get invested in. Is it visually okay? It's visually okay. Is the fight sequence okay? They vary. Is the story kind of coherent? Sort of. It's kind of a whole lot of meh. It's not awful, it's not so bad it's good, and it's so sincere that it kind of gets rid of that as well. It's so sincere and it's trying so hard that it's not so bad it's good, it's just mediocre. And that's my review for this film. Yeah, I'm trying to keep this short. Anyway, thank you for watching. I've got to run and do other things because today is a busy, busy day, and I'll see you guys all very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.